I'm on a party, I don't wanna be a. You know the song? Well, I was kind of in a situation I don't wanna be at, and this situation was that last night I put video to upload for tomorrow, basically this day, and I mean it's not this day. Now it's 1 a.m. So yeah, it's not this day, but you got the point. Like before I sleep, I just put video to upload, and something went wrong. And when I like upload the video on YouTube, and woke up, I realized that I didn't get voice in video. So basically, I had to fucking put exact same video once again. But the thing is, I couldn't use my PC then for like 6 hours because my internet is super slow and I was kind of fucked up, you know. So that's the point. But yeah, I don't want to bother you with that, and I know it's kind of boring to you. So yeah, I will just start the video. Hi guys, Black Kitten here. In this video, we're gonna talk about stats. When I say stats, I mean on those things. Now, in I like all of you probably know what is HP attack, right? I don't really have to explain you, but like let's say ideal situation is that like that. You have one like enemy have 1 million HP, right? And you have 100,000 damage, right? Attack, whatever you want to call this. You will deal to him 100,000 damage, and he will still have left 900,000 HP, right? So you have to attack him 10 times in order to kill him, right? And that's the ideal situations. But where things go kind of complicated, I would say, is when you have those little things like armor, defense, and pierce. And why is that? Basically, I will show you now. Now, let's just start with defense. It's most easiest to explain to you. Basically, what defense does is basically ignore certain amount of your damage, and this number is this one. Now, it's not same thing like armor. You can basically counter armor, and I will show you basically how. But this is fixed number. Like basically, you can't counter that. I mean, I don't really see how you can counter that just by stats. Maybe some character in future have that, but I don't think so really. So yeah, now I don't really have to explain you much about that. It just that blocks your damage for this amount of number. And what I will do is I will run calculator. So basically I can show you exact same numbers. And I won't type like in every single number. I will just like type in those bigger numbers like 1,000 and stuff. So basically let's say that I have um, this amount of damage, which I have really. So yeah, this is my damage right now. What defense does once again is that it negates this amount of your damage, basically ignore. So what you want to do once again is to minus with this number. Let's type this faster, and you get this number, right? Now that's it for defense. You don't have like really other things to say. Now um, armor and pierce is totally different things. What armor does is kind of same thing with defense, but the thing is you got this pierce, and that's why you got like almost every single time, in every single situation, more armor than defense, because you can't counter defense, but you can counter armor by building pierce, and um, that's why I showed you Chubby in last video and why he's better than the attack than Zangetsu, and basically that's why I made this video, because I felt like I should have made, because I talk about stats all of this time, but I didn't really show you what and which one something does. So basically, yeah. Now, once again, thing with armor is that it will once again block this amount of damage, but you have Pierce and all of that. So basically, what Pierce does is that Pierce broke this amount of armor. And for example, let's say that they have 40,000 Pierce, and let's like to be easier, basically. Let's say, I mean, yeah, I have this amount of armor, right? So basically, when I like use Pierce, uh, the thing is, Pierce will basically broke this armor, and I will have only 180,000 armor left, and basically that's how it works. So you won't have like this number. You will always have lower, because enemy have pierce and he will broke kind of your armor, so he will deal more damage, so you know what I mean. And what I will do is that let's open calculator, so minus, but it once again won't be this number because you already had the enemy who broke your armor for like a little bit for this number because he had pierce, so it will be minus um, uh, 180,000. No, not like this. 180,000 armor. So basically, you'll get this number in the end, and this is your damage. This is damage you will deal in the end because if you like if you like use this number minus armor minus defense plus pierce once again because pierce breaks armor, you will get this number. Like of course. It should be different for yours, but imagine just like enemy have 100,000 armor and you have 100,000 pierce. You will basically negate all of his armor, but you will still miss this amount of damage because this is like fixed number. You can't counter defense. You know, so basically that's like 100% minus of your damage. Yeah, I hope that you understand that. Now, dodge, hit, crit resist, and crit damage is way more easier than armor and these stuffs really because as you can see, dodge. What dodge does, I can't even talk. What dodge does is that basically you have more chance to dodge enemy attack, and and attack in this game is basically hit. I mean, if you take a look here, is that I have like 4,030 hit, and I have more dodge than hit. So basically, what that means, if you have more dodge than hit, and I mean, let's compare with enemy, right? So basically, if enemy have more dodge than you have hit, he will most likely dodge your one of like few of your attacks because once again, it's not 100%, but more dodge you have, less likely he will hit you. He will deal you damage. So that's how it works. Hit works on same thing. For example, if you have a higher hit than enemy have dodge, you will most likely hit enemy, you know. But sometimes, of course, he will dodge your attack. So I believe that's how it works. I don't think that it's like it's 100%. For example, if you have higher amount of hit, he will never dodge your attack because I don't think that's the case. The thing is, it's based on percentage and your luck basically. Now, crit and crit resist is basically the same thing. Uh, the more crit you have, the most likely that he can't resist your crit. And what crit resist does is basically that if you crit and he kind of like crit resist this attack with this stat, you won't crit. Like like you will still deal damage, but like regular one, you won't crit. You know that's how it works. And like more crit you have, you most likely that he will not block your crit. Now, crit damage, it basically boosts your damage on crit. For example, if you have let's say 100,000 damage and your crit will be buffed like for this number, I believe that 2000 here is like you know 2.0, you know what I mean. So basically, more crit damage you have, the bigger crit will be. That's how it works. Now, showing, mastering those stuff like control attributes, I don't really know what those does really, but so yeah, I won't really talk about them right now. I mean, stun mastery, what it can be in this game, I don't really know. So yeah, maybe I will do research after this video, so I will realize. Now, max effect and those things are basically effects and stats from the talents. And if you didn't know what is talent, maybe because you are a new server or something, those are these talents. And you have like different amount of buffs on each talents. And I basically explained that in a video about talents. If you don't know, I don't know, like if you don't know something about talent, you can check that. But yeah, just to tell you, doesn't really matter. Now, why have 40 no, it's not 44, it's 24, yeah, 24 bonus damage after liberation is because of this. And now, as you can see, here is a 6, right? So I put on every single bond for Eisen 6%, like max out this level 6, and because of that, it goes all together, and you get this number, you know. But if you change, for example, if I change to Yamamoto, he will not have same number because he have different bonds, and like you have to understand that that's only for the main character. Like you don't have inflict those assist character or something. You have only your main character and his bonds here. Basically, that's how it works. And I don't think that I also have to explain you what those does, because once again, I kind of explained that on video about talents, and there's not really much to say. I mean, you can read that and understand. So basically, what I wanted to tell you um, and explain you is those ones. Now, some of you maybe will found this like funny, because it's not really hard to understand. It's not, but maybe some of you didn't like play the game like League of Legends or something, so maybe you didn't really know for that those stats actually exist in the game. So because of that, I just realized that would be nice if I make this video, even if like 30 people watch, like even if one guy watches, it's useful to someone at least. So yeah. um so yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new, and see you next one. Peace.